Hey guys, it's Winterwolf and welcome back to another speed build for today. Today we are building a base game and Parenthood starter home. So right off the bat we're doing two things that I almost never do, which is limited pack build and a starter home. It isn't like under 20k, but it is under 22k and under 24k on lot, or on this specific lot. It's being built on Daisy Hovel, which is in Willow Creek, and this lot was 2,000 simoleons, and if the house price is 22,000 simoleons, then of course you would need 24 to place on the slot and actually be able to just use it the way it is. I also have these reference pictures which I have popped up on the screen. I wanted to kind of get used to more realistic houses and kind of build them in The Sims, because I think it'd be useful for me to kind of branch out and do houses that you actually see in real life, rather than me just finding like random house. I mean, all of my houses are based off inspo pictures, so I don't know why I'm saying that they're not real houses, but I mean like suburban households. Lately I've been doing a lot of modern builds, and I don't really know how to build a cute suburban home anymore, so that's what we're doing today based off of these pictures. They're pretty much exactly copied. You'll see later on that I actually end up deleting these columns to save some money, and I actually make my own columns using some debug items. So if you download this house, you're gonna have some debug made columns, and you can change them of course as you get more money in the game. Yeah, so the color scheme is blue. They had red on the actual picture, but I decided to go with green because I don't like red. Yeah. What else is there to say? Yeah, so this home is meant for 2 parents, obviously, and then 2 kids, but you would only need, obviously, 3 Sims to be able to afford this house on a lot that's for 2,000 simoleons. I'm repeating myself. Anyways, the layout that I did is almost exactly based off the reference picture, but I changed the bedrooms and the bathroom kind of layout because the scaling they had it wasn't gonna work in this build in The Sims. It was a weird layout that they had going on, and they had like a weird bathroom layout, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. They also had Jack and Jill bathrooms, I think is what they're called. So they had 2 doors going into one bathroom, so one from the one bathroom and one from the one bedroom, one from the one bedroom and then one from the parents' bedroom. So you would need to lock 2 doors when you're using that bathroom, and I think that's a terrible idea, so I didn't put that in the game because bathrooms are already really annoying in the game because your Sims just constantly walk in without checking, and then you have to deal with the embarrassed moodlet. So I was like, no, we're definitely not going to do a Jack and Jill bathroom in The Sims, even though they don't have to, like, I don't really know. No, I just didn't want to do it. So yeah. Anyways, now that we're done talking about the build, I'm finishing classes this week. I'm currently doing this voiceover on the 13th of May, so by the time you're seeing this, it's probably close to June, which means I've been done for classes for a while, but who knows, maybe I'll post this a little bit earlier, just to keep the voiceover a little bit more updated. But yeah, so I'm doing my last final tomorrow. I have a final today, I had a final yesterday, and then I have a final tomorrow. So but it's a philosophy final on like medical ethics, so I think I'm going to be good on that final. I just need to study for the final that I have today a little bit more, so we'll see how that goes. And then I'm hoping, I don't know if you guys follow, I think I said this on Twitter, but if I said it, I don't think I've said it on a YouTube video, so I'll say it now. I'm going to be streaming. My hope is to be streaming at least. I want to start streaming on Twitch and on YouTube both, just to kind of get used to both the platforms and see how following kind of works. Obviously, if I stream more on Twitch, I'll have more of a following, but I still wanted to use YouTube a little bit and kind of check out the platform. The reason why I'm not choosing to do YouTube over the weekdays and then Twitch on the weekends is because I already post content on YouTube, so I feel like it'd be more valuable for me if I post a lot more on Twitch, because I'm already posting a lot of videos on YouTube, and then if I go live on the weekends, then I'll be pretty much posting content almost every single day on YouTube. So I was like, okay, if we're gonna do that, then I might as well post or do Twitch streams more often than YouTube streams. And then also, I'm gonna see if I can start posting videos a little bit more. Right now I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, although you'll see that this week, I think, and next week, and probably all the following weeks, you'll notice I've been posting on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I might switch that over to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not entirely sure, because if I'm going to stream on the weekends, then I might as well put content on a different day, you know? But I could also just do like Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays, or Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, or just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So anything works. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure I should change my days. So yeah. Getting into the back to the build. I ended up doing something really cool with the kitchen. I think you'll see it a little bit later on. But the kitchen is in the back of the house, which is something I don't usually do. I think usually I kind of have Sims walk into the kitchen from the entryway. I don't really know if that's common or not, but it feels kind of like fitting to like walk. I wouldn't want to walk into like a couch. So usually I have them walk into the kitchen because they're not going to like walk right into a coffee table or anything. Like, it just decreases the chance of having some awkward floor plan. But this time they walk straight into the living room. So there's a little bit of a hallway, which you guys know I don't particularly like having sort of hallways in my builds. But I think this looks pretty nice. I mean, obviously the living room is super spacious. And I use this orange BaseGame couch because I don't particularly like the orange color. Like, I don't dislike it, but it's not like my go-to sometimes. But it has the nicest texture of all the BaseGame couches, or like the swatch options in the specific couch. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do that couch. I ended up going for a lighter wood tone, but a darker floor. You guys know I love lighter floors, but considering this house seemed a little bit outdated, I was like, okay, if this house is a little bit more outdated, it'd probably have older and darker floors. So I went with kind of this one because I couldn't bring myself to make the super dark wood flooring, because I just really don't like dark wood flooring ever. So I mean, I like it in real life, but not in The Sims. So I don't really know why. I think I just like seeing brighter builds in The Sims than I do like seeing a dark, like I feel like a dark floor makes the whole house look a little bit darker. So that's why I don't do this. I actually fit 2 desks in this kid's room, which was pretty shocking. And I have this cute little built-in, so I ended up, I had the, the bunk beds kind of placed awkwardly. So they kind of jutted out farther than the wall. You'll see in a minute after I'm done messing around. And so what I ended up adding a dresser, one of the BaseGame dresser that I think is actually by Harry. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the wrong CC creator. I don't want to say that for certainty. But I ended up using one of those like new updates. And then I ended up adding shelves over it. So it kind of looked like it's built into this like awkwardly placed bed. As you can see, kind of like hangs off the edge past the wall. So by adding the shelving and then adding the closet, and then also I end up adding a mirror, it sort of looks like a built-in piece rather than awkwardly placed furniture. So that was kind of the goal with what I'm doing now, and you'll kind of see that happen over time, because originally I was trying to use, like I said, this Parenthood bookshelf, but then I decided I didn't want to use the Parenthood bookshelf because it didn't fit and it was kind of big. I did manage to fit 2 bookshelves in this build in the kids' room actually, and then I also I fit a bookshelf in the parents' room as well. That's probably where all my money went in hindsight. Maybe I didn't need that many bookshelves, because you only really need 1 bookshelf. I probably could have bought a plant or something, or just had a lower priced house, which would be much more preferable. I still have yet to build like a BaseGame starter home that's under 20k. All of my starter homes that I ever build for you guys are always over 20k. They're always like 21k or 22k, or like dancing on 23k. I've never just built like a 20k starter home. I have done like the 10k challenge and the 5k challenge, and it's possible that maybe once or twice but I don't think I've ever built like a base game only starter home that's under 20k. So I definitely need to do that. You'll see that I kind of hop in and out of live mode because I wanted to check the pricing. Little did I know that's not a good way to check the pricing. I always have issues with like how to check pricing because sometimes the lot value updates, but then other times it doesn't, especially if there's already a sim on the lot, then the price doesn't update in build mode, so you always have to go into live mode to find the updated price, which makes sense because they depreciate the value once you do that. But yeah. Oh, I remember for Parenthood, what I had used from Parenthood are these bar stools because they matched with the green color I was going for. I was trying to use the Parenthood wallpaper as well because I really like that wallpaper, but I didn't like the wood swatches on that wallpaper. It didn't go with everything. So I was like, this is the wallpaper I'm going to use. This is the wallpaper I almost never use because I don't like it that much, but I used it in this build. It's also really common. Like, I know a lot of simmers use this. I know that Little Simsy uses this. That kind of, you see in the left-hand corner, that kind of paler with the molding on the top and the bottom. And then for the kitchen, I ended up using some outdated appliances, obviously the cheapest appliances, and then some outdated flooring, outdated wallpaper, just to kind of go a little more with the idea that this is an older house. You guys know I don't like making old houses, so usually I would make like an updated kitchen, but for the sake of branching out, I've used that ugly checker tiling to do that. And then I wanted to get like a bath and a bath shower combo, but it just wasn't fitting, so I was like, never mind. And then I also managed to get some debug landscaping in this build, so that was fun to do. And then I think the entire backyard is fenced in by debug items because they have fences in debug, but you have to like, they're like not they're like pieces. You don't like drag and make them, you have to put them into pieces. And then they're also like, obviously don't have like different wood tones and stuff, so you have to get really lucky with doing this. And then here you're seeing right now I'm making these columns. I wanted to save some money so I could add some plants, so that's why I'm making my own columns right now. It took a long time and was very tedious, but I did end up doing it. The thing is, I don't know how high they always go, so I had to go back and forth, and then I wanted them to be perfectly centered because obviously stacking them perfectly can be a little bit difficult, and I didn't want it to be like stacked and then a little bit tilted to one side, so that's why I ended up spending so much time on making these. But yeah, so that's how I made the columns. And then, like I said, the backyard is fenced in by some debug items as well, although I didn't make those columns. I didn't really need to, so yeah. Anyways, I think we're getting done with the oh, also, actually, before I say that, landscaping, I was really happy with how it turned out because I ended up using orange flowers and blue flowers, and I just think that made the perfect combo for a build. So I'm super happy with how that turned out. And then, yeah, anyways, I think we're reaching the end of the video. I really hope you guys like this build. Let me know what you think about it. And as always, if you do like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you really like me and be notified every single time I post a video, go ahead and hit that bell button. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you next time.